There's so many times that, you know what, the world can't give you peace, but Jesus can. The world can't give you joy, but Jesus can. When you're going through something that's really hard and it's tearing your heart out and you don't know which way to turn, people are there for you and they can help you to an extent. But to have that joy and peace and contentment that you need, only Jesus can do that. I know, I've been through it. I know what it's like to be by yourself. I know what it's like to have the Lord by your side as well. I know when Joe died, everybody thought I was going to be a basket case because we had been together forever. Where he was at, I was at. Where I was at, he was at. So when God took him home, there was a lot of people told me afterwards, they thought, you know, we didn't know how you were going to react through this. We didn't know how you were going to, you know, how you were going to be able to survive without him. But you know what? God gave me the strength. He gave me the strength, and at his funeral, I even got up and preached a little bit at his funeral. And then Brother Tom Snyder still talks about that he don't know. Well, he knows where I got the strength from God, but he didn't know how I could do that. Get up and preach at his funeral. But God gave me the strength, so I know that God can do anything at all for you. God can love you. God can give you that joy. And you know, you grieve. I'll never forget him. But you know, at the beginning, it was a lot of grief. And I prayed to God every morning, and I would read my scriptures every morning. And there was one scripture in there that was kind of broke down, and it was like, you know, I'm tired of groaning and swimming in tears. I was, but I missed him, and I still do. But you know what? There's times when you just got to kind of put everything in the hands of God. Put it there. God, you know, you took him. I knew he was going to take him that night because, and God wouldn't have had to do this, but I want to tell you how much love God has for us. God, more or less, I don't want to say that he asked my permission to take him, but as I was standing there alongside of his bed, God spoke to me and he said, commit him into my hands. And I knew if I did, he was going to take him. And I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to let go. And I just stood there and I thought, God, I can't do this. I can't commit him into your hands because as soon as I do, you're going to take him. God was quiet. He didn't say another word. But I looked down and Joe was looking up at me. And we always communicated with our eyes. He looked at me and it was like, you know, it's time. So I said, God, go ahead. And I mean, just like that. They were standing there doing, you know, the chest compressions and all that kind of stuff. And it wasn't long until, you know, he was gone and they were still doing it. And I screamed at him and told him to stop. And now I knew God had him. I knew it was no use torturing that body anymore. I mean, he wasn't even there. I told him to stop. You want us to stop? I said, yeah. You know, he's done gone. Just leave him alone. But you know, there's times that you got to just put everything into God's hands, whether you want to or whether you don't. You know, but it's not always what we want, but it's what God wants. What is best? God knows what's best, and we all need that tender, loving care of our shepherd. Because I didn't know what to do. You're going to go through situations that you're not going to know what to do. But if we can just learn to put everything in God's hands, and I'm not going to tell you that it's easy. It's not easy. When you look at somebody that you've been with forever, and you know you're not going to be with them anymore, that's hard. That is so hard. So what I want to tell you today, and you know, I didn't even have any of this like in my notes, but God's just bringing it to my mind and wanting you all to hear it. If you've got a husband and you've got a wife, love that person. That when God takes them, you're not going to look down in that casket and have any regrets whatsoever.